I think a lot of what Ransom Spirits has been about since the beginning is a sense of tradition and making products that are not only historically authentic, but using old school methods of, fermentation, distillation, and I guess to some degree, packaging and marketing. I wanted to start working on a gin recipe and met with an old friend of mine named David Wandrich. He suggested that I make an Old Tom gin. I think it was pretty much a historical recreation project, which made it both fun and challenging. We were setting out to make a gin that, in simple terms, was more of a flavored whiskey rather than a flavored vodka. Not using neutral spirits, but using spirits that had character and graininess. In the past, Old Tom gins and most gins in general were a little bit simpler, botanically speaking, than they are now. And we settled on using 6 botanicals: orange, angelica root, cardamom, juniper, coriander, and lemon. The idea behind barrel aging the gin was to recreate the conditions that would have existed when Old Tom gin was in its heyday 150 years ago to 200 years ago. Through the late 1800s and of course in the 1700s, most of the goods were moved over water by sailing ship, and those ships were not very large. And across land, where there wasn't rail, product would of course be moved by horse and wagon, which meant that spirits, unlike today, were shipped at barrel strength. They were not cut with water because that would add the additional cost of shipping water, and they weren't bottled because shipping in barrel in bulk is a much more efficient way to move product. Our primary mission is pretty simply just to make something that tastes very good. And secondarily, if we do make a product that tastes good on its own, it lends itself to mixing cocktails. With the Old Tom gin, the idea was to recreate this product that had been lost for 100 years or longer than that. Our goal is to make spirits that are based mostly upon simple technology, our instinct and knowledge and palates, as opposed to relying on technology with high-tech laboratory analysis or automated equipment. Some modern distilleries are essentially run from a keyboard in an office, and there's not actually a human being standing next to the condenser or the still to make adjustments by tasting. It's all done through, measurement of temperature and density. And that's one thing that we certainly want to not only move away from, but don't really want to be a part of.